I can honestly say that if I saw this movie in 2018 like I intended to, it definitely would have been on my top 10 list. Hey guys, welcome to Happy Wax TV. So as I stated earlier, this movie would definitely have been in my top 10 for horror movies for 2018. Absolutely it would. But I could not find a copy of this movie with subtitles. And I refuse to watch dubbed versions if I can help it at all. I hate overdubbing. It's stupid. It brings any movie down. Why you would want to listen to some bozo on a microphone talk over someone's, it just doesn't make any sense to me. If you can't read subtitles and watch a movie, then you've got some serious issues. I don't know, man. And I searched for this movie with subtitles, and I finally found a copy. I finally did. Thank you, Blockbuster. Did I just say Blockbuster? Thank you, Best Buy. Sorry. They had a Blu-ray copy in, and it had English subtitles. So finally I got to watch this movie. And man, oh man, I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. It's a Korean period piece brought to you by the same guys that did Train to Busan. And if you've watched my review for Train to Busan, you know I just raved about that movie. It is one of the best zombie movies I have ever seen in my life. And I don't like fast-running zombies, and that's what Train to Busan is. It's these crazy-ass running zombies, and the way they did it, it just fucking works, and you care about the characters, and I loved it. And this movie, really, to me anyways, is no different. In fact, it's actually amped up a little bit because I love these period pieces, especially the Korean and Japanese and Chinese, like their history. And it's just, there's so much going on, and the dress that they wear and how they live and the palaces and the kingdoms. It's amazing. And the good thing about this movie too is that there's not a lot of guns in this movie. It's right around the time where guns were just kind of coming in. But anyways, okay, very quickly, let me just read the synopsis here, because this synopsis is perfect because it'll do way more justice than me trying to explain it. So the story takes place during an era when the kingdom of Joseon was controlled by the Qing dynasty. The heir apparent organizes a revolt against his own father, who is manipulated by the minister of the military, which is the bad guy in this movie. When his treason is uncovered, his allies and himself decide to commit suicide, as they always do, and that scene was great. Leaving his pregnant wife unprotected. So what he does is, his final wish is that he gets his brother, who is a prince who's kind of been exiled, who lives in China, to come back and then take his wife, pregnant wife, back to China so she's safe, from the goings on, because there's going to be an uprising and a revolt, regardless of them committing suicide. So anyway, so that's the gist of the story. So the prince comes back. Actually, even before all that happens, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Very quickly, the opening scene, there's a boat. I don't think they say where it comes from, but it's a trades boat, and they smuggle guns in. And they're the people who are doing the uprising here. They buy these guns, right? And they're the old style where you have to pour the gunpowder in. You get one shot, and then you have to reload it. It's pretty cool. But anyways, on the boat, there's an infected person. They don't ever say where he came from or how it happened. So I'm assuming wherever this boat came from, there's shit going on there too, because this guy made it onto the boat. But he bites one of the people in the arm, and they just think it's some crazy guy. They don't even know what's gonna fucking happen yet. So they just figured it's some guy that's lost his mind, and he bit this guy in the arm. So anyways, long story short, the guy who got bitten goes home that night to his village. And it's funny too, because this movie drew me in right away with this scene. I thought for sure there's no way this is going to happen, but it does. He's laying in bed with his 3 or 4 year old son beside him as he's sleeping, and he changes into this zombie, and I thought there's no way he's going to fucking mow down on his own son. Sure enough, I mean, the mom walks into the room as she slides open the door, and there he is, chewing up his son, just covered in blood. And right there I was hooked. I thought, wow, this movie is just starting off with a bang. And then he attacks the wife, and then we go on to the synopsis that I just explained to you. So anyways, the prince comes over for China, and this guy, let me just tell you there's a ton of people in this movie, But the two main characters, or the two main stars, are Hugh Bin, who plays Lee Kung. He's the prince that's coming over to get the pregnant wife, and then Donggun Jang is he's the minister of the military, and he's kind of the bad guy in this movie. So, anyways, it's funny too. I love this Lee Kung, this prince character, because I mean, he's smug, he's cocky. I mean, he doesn't want to ever be king. He just wants to kind of live the life of a prince. You know, he even says it when he gets off the boat. He just, you know, what's he going to do for the next little while when there's no women for him to come, you know, and he hopes that there's women over here that, yeah, that's just the life he wants to lead, right? He doesn't have to worry about anything. But man, his character is cool because he, honestly, when you first meet him, you think he's kind of a prick, but this guy is no nonsense. And I mean, he does not back down from anything. Now, I know he's just a character, so I'm just playing it as I'm watching the movie, but I really did like his character and the way he was played by Hugh Bin. I've never seen him in any other movies before. I guess he's a big actor over in Korea and in Asia, but I mean, man, he nailed this part. And you care about him, and his sidekick too. I can't remember what his name is, but I thought, oh God, here we go, because he's kind of like the comedic sidekick, and I thought, fuck, if we have another Jar Binks, or whatever that guy's name is, who played next to Brendan Fraser there as kind of the stupid comedic guy. And I thought, oh God, here we go. This is going to ruin the movie. But it doesn't, because, I mean, it starts off kind of goofy with them, but then they kind of tone it down. And it just works. This whole movie works. And this Donggun Jang, the minister of the military, is a badass, man. Like, he's got his mind set. And it's funny too, because he wants to use the zombie outbreak to kind of help him overtake the king. Now, I don't want to give too much away from this movie. Like, this is all stuff that you can see in the trailer, but it's just, I mean, the set pieces are fantastic. The acting is fantastic. And I mean, there's more twists and turns in this movie than a fucking load of laundry. Like in the dryer. I swear to, like, it's just crazy. Like, and you just want more of it, or at least I did anyways. I thought this movie was great. Like the first, second, and third act. The first act is a little slow just because they're, you know, you got to figure out what's going on, and they're trying to tell you who everybody is. And there's a lot of people in this fucking movie, and they're trying to, if there's anything that kind of detracts from this movie, is the amount of fucking people that are in this movie, and they're trying to tell you who everybody is. So the first act might be a little bit slow for some people, but trust me, right around that 1 hour mark, when the first big zombie attack comes, I mean, it's nonstop fucking action. It really is, and it's fucking good, and the acting's good. And again, like I said, there is some gunfire in this movie, but the majority of it is just like hand to hand and like swords. And this Lee Kung, his sword, I don't know swords at all, okay? So if you know about this stuff, let me know what style of sword this is. His fucking sword is the coolest thing. It's almost like it's got a handle on it, like this long. So you two-hand it, but then it's got this big fucking thick sword on it. And it's the coolest thing I've ever seen as far as a sword goes. Like, it's just crazy. And he's like a master of it, the way he wields it. It's crazy. I've never seen something like that before. I'm not saying that, you know, most people have or haven't, sorry, but I've never seen a sword like that, and I thought it was the fucking coolest thing, the way he wields it and uses it. It's just awesome. So, and this movie really is great. Like I said before, the set pieces, the costumes, the acting, like it's fucking awesome. And I thought, the one thing I thought, oh God, here we go, because they're going to do this with the running zombies where they're going to be like, I don't know, all this high flying action that you get in some, you know, Asian horror movies, which is fine because that's the style, right? But but they don't overuse it here. There's a few scenes where they flip through the air, but I mean, it's not craziness. It really isn't. And as far as the running zombies go, we all know I fucking hate running zombies, but like Train to Busan, it fucking works in this movie. It really fucking does. And I don't know, man. I loved it. I thought it was great. And it's so fucking bloody and gory too. Like, they honestly, I've always said, if you make a zombie movie, you can't hold back on the gore. And they didn't. Like, this movie had, like I said, had me sucked right in from the opening scene when the dad's munching away on his fucking kid there when he turns into a zombie. So it's fucking good, man. Like, you guys, I honestly think if you like a high action style zombie movie like Train to Busan, there's no way you can't like this fucking movie. Now, this movie is not as good as Train to Busan. If Train to Busan was a 10 out of 10, I would say this movie is probably like a 7.5, maybe an 8. Again, there are some scenes that kind of bog down a bit just because there's so many fucking people in this movie that they try to explain. But I mean, you care about them. And maybe this is a spoiler, but nobody's fucking safe in this movie. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So if you think it's going to be your typical run-of-the-mill, like everybody survives in this thing, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I mean, it doesn't matter who you are not fucking safe in this movie. So you could bite it at any fucking time. So which makes this movie even better because you never know what the fuck's going to happen and who's going to live and who's going to die, which is how horror movies should be. I mean, how many movies have we seen that you can handpick or just choose, that person's going to live, that person's obviously going to die. Like, you can do it in every fucking movie. It's so fucking predictable. And this movie's not like that. Like, so anyways, that's just one of the many good points that this movie has. And I fucking loved it. So I don't know, guys. Yeah, if you can find a subtitled version, do yourself a favor and give this movie a watch. I know you can buy it or rent it on YouTube now that I've actually, since I've gone out and bought the fucking Blu-ray, but I noticed that it was on YouTube. You can purchase it. Now, I don't know if it has subtitles. I didn't research it, but yeah, I came across a couple dubbed versions. Don't watch those versions because it seriously takes away from the fucking movie. Find the subtitled version and just watch it. It's so much fucking better when you actually get the emotions in their voice. And it's crazy. Just watch this movie. I guarantee you'll fucking love it. I absolutely did. And it's a shame I couldn't watch it last year because I guarantee it would be easily in my top 10 list for best horror movies of 2018. So anyways, I don't want to talk too much about it like I've probably already done. I don't want to give anything away. You guys just watch it and enjoy it. It's almost a 2-hour movie, but it flies by. It really does. Once you get past the first act, like I said, there's a lot of people in this movie and there's a lot going on. So they try and character build for the first act. But once you get beyond that, right around the 1 hour mark, it's fucking nonstop action, man. And it's good, bloody, gory fun. And the zombies look fucking cool. They're nothing like super crazy. They're just, they've got the kind of sharp teeth and the white eyes. But it's a period piece. So the stuff that they're dressed up in, I've never seen zombies in this dress before. I mean, it's fucking killer, man. You'll love it. So anyways, if you have seen it, let me know what you think. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and watch it and then get back to me and let me know what you thought of it. And very quickly, I'm going to say this in the next couple of videos. I've had a few people, well, actually not a few, I've actually quite a few, email me and ask me to suggest movies that I watch and review. So if you guys want that, I'll leave all my contact info in the description box below. I mean, if you want to shoot me over a movie, something obscure or anything, and just if you want me to review it, well, most definitely will if I can find the time to do it. So, so I've got lots of more reviews coming out, and a lot of them are from people who have suggested movies. So, and I really do appreciate that. So, anyways, movie's called Rampant. Watch the subtitled version. I guarantee you'll love it. Let me know what you think. And as always, guys, until next time, stay scared.